Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Tungal online classes. In our last video, we have started D block elements. In that, the first topic is Hadid group elements. So boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, these are the elements we have discussed. So in our last video, we have discussed about periodic properties, atomic size, ionization enthalpy and metallic cap. First, so it is lecture 2. Lecture 2. This, so 13th group elements, I am discussing 13 group elements. Now, first one, atomic size. Atomic size. Already order given: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. Boron is a smaller one. Aluminium is a larger one. Gallium 135, and it is less than, and followed by next indium. So this is the order given: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Indium is larger, thallium, indium, gallium. Gallium smaller than indium. Next, aluminium greater than this. Second property discussed is ionization enthalpy values. The order is boron, thallium, next indium, boron, thallium, gallium, aluminium, gallium, aluminium, indium. Reasons yesterday discussed clearly. You just observe and box for these properties. Second one it is. And third property is metallic character. Metallic character, also called electropositivity. You can take it as electropositive. Boron less than, aluminium greater than, next gallium, indium, and thallium order. This is metallic character with the reasons we have completed. Aluminium is the good metal, and remaining it is non-metal. Top to bottom metallic character decreases due to poor screening effect. Already we have studied. Now, electronegativity. Fourth property is electronegativity, or nothing but non-metallic character. Non-metallic character. Right? So now the right order for this is, so first one, boron is a non-metal, aluminium is a metal. Boron non-metal, aluminium is a metal, it should be last. Next, after this, thallium, next indium, next gallium. This is the right order for which one? Boron, thallium, indium, gallium, aluminium. This is the order for non-metallic character or electronegativity. Observe carefully. Boron is a non-metal. Boron is non-metal. Non-metallic character is boron. Aluminium is a metal. That's why I kept in at the right side of the decreasing order. Next, thallium. Here thallium is which one? Less metallic, that's why non-metallic. Next, after that indium, after that gallium. Clear, all of you? Boron is the non-metal, aluminium is the metal, that's why first, last in the non-metallic nature order. And after that, in metallic character, thallium is which one? Least metallic, nothing but a non-metal. After that indium, after that gallium, based on those which one above properties. Now this is the which one non-metallic character. Why it is acting as a non-metal? Thallium has a configuration, it is 2s2, 2p6, 2p1, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2. 6s2, 6p1, 6p1 configuration, and 5d10, 4f14 it is. It means F orbitals are completely filled. Already reasons yesterday given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. First shell, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So 4f orbital is completely filled. It forms a weak screen. It means the outer electrons can be easily attracted towards the nucleus of thallium. So easily attracted means obviously electron can be easily gained slowly. Gaining means non-metal. It means which one? Electronegativity. It means tendency to attract electron easily due to the poor screening or shielding effect of a thallium. Reason: due to poor screening or shielding effect of 4f electrons in which one? Thallium. Reason is, got it? So this is which character? Electronegativity or non-metallic character. Next one is physical properties. Physical properties of 13th group elements. In that, the first one is melting points. Melting points. The order of melting points is boron, aluminium, thallium, indium, gallium. Boron, aluminium, indium, thallium and gallium. The order is boron, aluminium, thallium. Boron, aluminium, thallium, indium, indium and gallium. Indium and gallium. Reasons we will discuss. Why the melting point order is like this. Reason. Take down reason very. Boron generally existed as a big gained molecule, polymer in solid state as well as a liquid state. That's why to break the all bonds in a polymer, covalent polymer, it is very difficult. That's why we need to apply more temperature to melt. That's why boron shows high melting point. So boron exists as gained covalent polymer in liquid and solid state. Hence, the melting point is very high than other compounds. Next one. Aluminium, indium and thallium have typical properties. It means a typical structure, have close packed structures. Close packed structure. Close packed means atoms are very close, strong attractions. To break that high temperature is required to melt them. That's why the order is aluminium, thallium and indium. Next one is gallium. Why gallium? Gallium has unusual properties, unusual structure. It is unusual structure. It is existed as liquid at 29 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius. Very, very important. It means at high temperature also existed as a liquid. That's why hence gallium used in high temperature thermometers. High temperature thermometers. Why this? At high temperature thermometers, if you observe, so when you put in our mouth, so you can easily measure the temperature by a thermometer. So inside there is a liquid in thermometer, that is nothing but mercury. So when you keep the thermometer under hot conditions, the mercury levels will be gradually increases. You can observe the reading easily. Then you can find the temperature. That is mercury we are using. The same thermometer, if you kept to measure the high temperature like 1000 degrees, 1500 degrees like that, to keep in that particular high temperature region, the thermometer, the liquid inside the thermometer will be vaporized. Otherwise, the thermometer will be spoiled, collapsed because of that heat. In that heat also, the gallium never boils or melts. That's why we are using gallium in high temperature thermometer, because it is existed as a liquid at 29 to 2000 degrees Celsius as gallium 2. It is a diatomic molecule, existed as a diatomic molecule. The reason behind this, aluminium 143 picometers size, gallium will be 135 picometers. It is due to the abnormal size of a gallium. It can existed as Ga2 at 29 to 2000 degrees Celsius. Hence, it is used in high temperature thermometers also. So, in that high temperature also, it shows the temperature, but not melts or boils at that high temperature. This is the reason, very, very important. Gallium is exceptional, remember. Unusual structures. Next one, boiling point order. After this is melting point order. After this, boiling point order. Boiling point. First one, second one, boiling point. The order of boiling points of 13th group elements is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. It is as usual a regular trend. Generally, boiling point depends upon strength of the bond and holding capacity of two atoms in a liquid state. So, based on these two factors, boiling point is based. Similarly, here also the right reason is boiling points from top to bottom decreases. It is due to the strength of the bonds and holding capacity of atoms in liquid state. It is due to strength of bonds and holding capacity of atoms in liquid stage. So this is because of the order of boiling points from top to bottom decreases. Boron smaller, it can easily attract with another one because there is a less attraction between the nucleus and outermost electron. So this is the boiling point order. Boiling point order from top to bottom. Boiling point will be decreases based on which one? Strength of bond and holding capacity of atoms. Next, after that, density. Here only I am writing density of Which one? 13th group elements. Density order is density. So the order will be boron less than, aluminum less than, gallium less than, indium less than, thallium. It means top to bottom density will be increases. Top to bottom density of 13th group elements will be increase. So top one less, bottom one more. The values are 2.4, 2.7, 5.9, 2.4, 2.7, 5.9 grams per cubic centimeter, 7.3, 11.9, 7.3, 11.9 gram per cubic centimeter. So this is the density. So here density depends upon, reason for this is top to bottom mass increases. Mass is directly proportional to density. So reason top to bottom mass, molar mass increases, density will be increases. Molar mass increases, density also increases. So the boron and aluminum density comparatively very less than that of other elements because of low molecular mass of boron and aluminum. Boron and aluminum density is very low when compared with other elements because of low molecular mass. It is the reason density from top to bottom decreases because of density from top to bottom increases because of high molecular mass, right? Next property of this. These are all physical properties. Now chemical properties. Chemical properties of 13th group elements. In that the first one is oxidation stage. Yes. Chemical properties. The first one is oxidation states. Oxidation states of 13th group elements. Okay. What is the general electronic configuration of 13th group elements? Ns2 and P1. Boron configuration 2s2 2p1. Aluminum 3s2 3p1. Next element 4s2 4p1. Next element 5s2 5p1. And thallium 6s2 6p1. So general electronic configuration equal to Ns2 Np1. Ns2 Np1. If you remove one electron, it can exhibit a +1 oxidation state. If you remove all the 3 electrons, then +3 also possible. It means +1 and +3 oxidation states are possible. +1 and +3 oxidation states are possible. So now top to bottom, right here, top to bottom, it means top element is a boron, bottom element is a aluminum. So boron to thallium +3 oxidation state will be decreases oxidation state, minus 3 and plus 3 oxidation state, due to high ionization energy values. Ionization enthalpy order given 801 kilojoules per mole, very high. So it will not show plus 3 oxidation state. Plus 3 means 3 electrons removed. To remove 3 electrons, it is a very difficult task because it is very small, great attraction between the nucleus and electrons, difficult to break. That's why difficult to remove electron, difficult to show plus 3 oxidation state. Now, if forcibly, if you apply more energy to exhibit the plus 3 oxidation state, so plus 3 oxidation state, if plus 3 oxidation state possible, then compounds in plus 3 oxidation state are covalent. Compounds in plus 3 oxidation state are covalent. Boron shows plus 3 and minus 3, and plus 3 is difficult because of high ionization enthalpy and small size. And if possible forcibly, those compounds are in covalent nature but not in ionic nature. Next, why top to bottom plus 3 oxidation state increases, plus 1 oxidation state increases, plus 3 oxidation state decreases? Reason. So reason, it is due to inert pair effect. It is due to inert pair effect. The reason for this is inert pair effect. Inert pair effect means the NS electrons does not participate in bonding. So the reluctance of NS electrons in bond formation, or NS electrons doesn't participate in bonding, such phenomenon is called as inert pair effect. Inert means unreactive, pair means NS2 electrons. That's all. Now observe this. First shell, second shell, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fourth shell contains 4F14 in thallium, element thallium. It forms a Poor screen. I told you already. Here 5D10, 6S2, 6P1. Right now, due to the Poor screen, these two electrons are attracted towards the nucleus. It means these two are not free. Those are in the attraction of nucleus due to the Poor screening effect of 4F electrons. The screen is very poor. Obviously, these electrons can easily attracted towards the nucleus side. Then these two are in attraction with the nucleus, not free. Even though outer shell not free, the free electrons are 6p. It means the only one electron participated in a bond formation. The S2 electrons will not participate in bond formation due to the Poor screening effect of 4F electrons in the bottom element called thallium. It means inert pair effect only observed in the bottom elements because of the presence of F orbitals. We cannot observe in the top elements or middle elements. We can observe only in the bottom elements due to the presence of F orbitals or electrons and Poor screening effect. Understood? Now reason. Inert pair effect. Top to bottom decreases. inert pair effect decreases top to bottom. So due to the poor screening effect of F electrons in the bottommost element but not the top elements. Now observe, this is the element thallium configuration I have taken, 6s to 6p1. If you took the thallium, so the s electron never involved, only p electrons involved, p electrons only one removed means only thallium shows +1 oxidation state but not +3 oxidation state. The reason behind this inert pair effect, these electrons, s electrons will never participate in a bond formation due to which one? Inert pair effect. That's why thallium can lose only p electron 1 but not all the 3 electrons s2 and p1. That's why thallium shows only +1 oxidation state but not +3 oxidation state due to inert pair effect. Right now, we will write all these points first of all. In oxidation state, right, +1 top to bottom, +1 oxidation state increases, +3 oxidation state decreases due to inert pair effect. Clear? Reason. +1 oxidation state order of +1 oxidation state for 13th group elements. Order will top to bottom increases. It means boron +1, aluminium +1, gallium +1, indium +1, thallium +1. Thallium due to inert pair effect, it is more stable in +1 oxidation state and it is unstable. It means less than or equals. Thallium +1 is more stable, boron +1 is unstable. More stable in +1 oxidation state, it is unstable in +1 oxidation state. Order of +3 oxidation state for 13th group elements. +3 means, so top to bottom +3 oxidation state decreases, +1 only increases. It means top +3 more stable, bottom less stable, that's why decreases. So B +3, Al +3, gallium +3, indium +3, next thallium +3. So boron more stable than thallium. Thallium will not show +3 oxidation state due to which effect? Inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect. Put a box for these two, which one? Orders. Now, thallium +1 is more stable and thallium +3 is unstable because of inert pair effect, due to inert pair effect. Now, thallium +3 if I do, it is unstable. To get stability, it should convert it into thallium +1. It is stable due to inert pair effect. +3 means 3 electrons less, +1 means 1 electron less. To make it equal, I will add 2 electrons. +3 and 2 into -1 -2. 2 into -1 -2 and +3. +1 left here. Here also +1 balanced. It means gaining electrons. It is called reduction. It means thallium itself involved in thallium plus 3 itself involved in gaining electrons called reduction. It acts as oxidizing agent, very important, oxidizing agent. Thallium plus 3 itself involved in gaining electron to get stability, itself involved in reduction but acting as which one? Oxidizing agent. The species itself involved in reduction acts as oxidizing agent, that is thallium plus 3. And this one, reverse one, it is oxidizing agent means obviously it will be reducing agent. Very important this one. Which of the following is a reducing agent? Which of the following is oxidizing agent? So thallium plus 1 is more stable, act as a reducing agent. Thallium plus 3 is unstable, act as an oxidizing agent. Better you remember this, very important. Simply they will ask you questions in the objective exam. Which of the following is possible? TiCl, TiCl3, both of the above, none of the above. Means TiCl, TiCl3, which is possible. So it is -1, it is +1. 3 into -1, -3, it is +3. Thallium plus 1 is stable and thallium plus 3 is unstable. In trihalides, thallium never exists. In monohalides, it means it is stable. TiCl only possible, but not TiCl3. In TiCl3, thallium shows +3 oxidation state. That's why it does not existed in +3 oxidation state due to inert pair effect, and this is because of poor screening effect of 4s electrons in thallium element, the bottommost element, right? These are the oxidation states. Next one. If oxidation state increases, it means charge increases, covalent character will be increased. Charge decreases, covalent character will be decreased. So we'll compare now. So +1 oxidation state compounds are ionic in nature. +3 oxidation state compounds, +3 oxidation state compounds are covalent. For example, simple example, +1 means TlCl, thallium chloride +1 oxidation state, so ionic. Next, BCl3, it is 3 into -1, -3, so obviously it is a +3. +3 oxidation state compounds are covalent. Covalent character, you have to remember, covalent character. So we have studied already in alkali, alkaline earth metals and periodic table. It is very important. Charge of cation or anion directly proportional to covalent character. Directly proportional to covalent character. Charge increases, polarizability will be increased. Obviously, polarization increased, covalent character increased. Next, size of cation decreases, covalent character increases. Covalent character increases. Size of anion increases, covalent character increases. So you have to remember these 3 points. You can easily identify whether it is a covalent compound or ionic compound. We read in the chemical bonding topic. It is very, very important. +1 compounds are ionic, +3 compounds are covalent. Charge increases always covalent. Charge decreases ionic compounds. Next is in trivalent state, especially in +3 oxidation state, compounds act as Lewis acids. For example, BCl, boron oxidation state, I don't know, I am calculating X. 3 chlorines are there. Each chlorine carries -1 oxidation state, Cl -1. 3 are there, 3 into -1, it is equal to 0. X equal to +3. Boron in +3 oxidation state it is. Now BCl3, right now, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. Around boron, totally how many electrons are there? 6 electrons. It is complete octet or incomplete octet? Incomplete octet. Incomplete octet is there. To complete its octet, it will gain electrons. Yes, to complete boron octet, it gains. Octet means 8 electrons, but here only 6 electrons. It gains only 2 electrons. It gains 2 electrons. It means electron gaining means electron acceptor. Electron acceptor. Electron acceptor is called Lewis acid. Which acid it is? Lewis acid. Very, very important. Observe carefully. It means in +3 oxidation state, it will show incomplete octet. That's why it will gain electron Lewis acid. +3 oxidation state compounds having incomplete octet, then acts as electron acceptors, nothing but that is Lewis acids. Very, very important. To complete their octet in +3 oxidation state, they will accept electron. Electron acceptors are Lewis acids. The tendency of, so top to bottom, tendency of Lewis acid or gaining of attraction will be decreases due to increase in size. Size increases, difficult to attract the electron towards the nucleus side. That's why the electron gaining tendency or accepting tendency decreases, and obviously Lewis acid strength will be decreases, top to bottom. Now, which of the following is a strong acid? BCl3, TlCl3. Acidic character will be BCl3 greater than, next AlCl3 greater than, GlCl3 greater than, IndiumCl3 greater than, thalliumCl3. Because of a smaller size, they can easily accept 2 more electrons to complete their octet, then act as a Lewis acid easily than that of bottommost elements. After that, about aluminium chloride we need to study. Aluminium chloride is anhydrous and covalent. So very, very important about aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride is anhydrous and covalent. Covalent means small size, it means top element, and charge is +3. Small cation and large charge on cation, it becomes a covalent character. That's okay. Now, AlCl3 will be stabilized because around Al 3 bonds are there, 3 into 2 6 electrons, 6 means incomplete octet. That's why unstable. AlCl3 stabilized on dimerization. Which one that is? Dimerization. So dimerization means, yeah, aluminium, write carefully, and aluminium has 3 electrons, 1, 2, 3. Chlorine totally, how many chlorines are there? Here aluminium has totally 3 electrons. Chlorine is a 17th group element, totally 7 electrons around the chlorine. 7 electrons around the chlorine. Otherwise, chlorine electrons I am showing with crosses. Aluminium electrons I am showing with dots. So, chlorine and chlorine, totally 7. And here one chlorine, and here also another chlorine. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These two involved in a bond formation. Here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are involved in bonding with which one? This one. Right? Aluminium. Here, okay, chlorine 7 electrons. 7 electrons. 7, 7. Right? So this is bonding. 8 electrons. 8 electrons. Next, 8 electrons. 8 electrons for chlorine. Aluminium. Now, 1, 2, 1, 2. And these two involved in a bonding. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I am rounding here for this aluminium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Similarly, here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it is another. Okay, 8. It means octet rule is satisfied by donating a pair of electrons of chlorine. Cross marks indicates chlorine electrons. This will be written as, yes, I am writing here. This can be written as aluminium, this chlorine and this one. So bond formation, chlorine, only 3 pairs of electrons left. And this one, bond formation, chlorine, 3 pairs left. 3 pairs of crosses. And here also there is a bond formation, 3 pairs left. Right. And here also there is a bond formation, 3 pairs left. Okay, you studied in chemical bonding chapter. Next, and this one involved in bond formation. These two bond. Yes, it is. These 2 electrons are from chlorine only. It is chlorine. From which one that is? Chlorine to aluminum. Chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 2 electrons also chlorine. That's why chlorine to aluminum aroma. Now how many left here? 1, 2. 2 pairs only left. 1, 2 pairs. And this one involved in a bond formation, sharing only, that is. And this one sharing only, that's why the bond formation like this. Next, these 2 electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These all belongs to only this chlorine. These 2 also belongs to this chlorine. It means chlorine to aluminum. Chlorine to aluminum. Now only 2 pairs left. 1, 2. So 1, 2. Right? On dimerization, chlorine is more stable. Okay, angles we will learn. ACl AlCl. It means these two are bridged chlorines. These four are terminal chlorines. Terminal chlorine and aluminum bond length is 206 picometers. Bridged chlorine and aluminum bond length will be 221 picometers. And this angle AlCl, Al angle will be 101, and this angle will be 79 degrees, and outside angle will be 118 degrees. You have to remember these angles and bond lengths. Bridged chlorine aluminum bond lengths and terminal chlorine aluminum bond lengths. In +3 oxidation state, +3 means AlCl3, 3 into -1 -3, so it is -3 this place. Right. +3 means trivalent oxidation state. In trivalent state, it is nothing but +3 oxidation state. Compounds are covalent. Compounds are covalent because charge is more. And on hydrolysis gives hydroxides. Remember. So now MCl3 like AlCl3 plus water. I am not balancing this equation. It gives MOH 4 times.